We're waking up in storm alert as heavy rain makes its way into the bi-state. I'm timing out who's most at risk this morning.
And I'm taking our team coverage on the road. I'm keeping an eye on slick conditions and how you can stay safe while driving.
Plus, preparing your property for what you can do right now to save your home from disaster.
For a second day in a row, another pedestrian hit and killed in the St. Louis area. What we know about the incident and why police are not looking for the driver this morning.
Call to clean up nuclear waste. The town hall meeting happening tonight and how Missouri state leaders are demanding action from the governor.
This is Today in St. Louis, focused on you.
Right now, flash flooding is a major concern for people in Franklin and in Gasconade counties. We're going to take a live look now to Interstate 270. This is southbound. That is on the left side of your screen. If you look over on the right hand of the screen, you can see the radar as it is moving through our area. A lot of color there, a lot of red, great deal of green, and of course, we can see that yellow. Good morning, everybody. It is a wet Wednesday. I'm Rennie Knott.
And I'm Michelle Lee. We're waking up in storm alert as the first round of heavy rain is currently falling. So right now we've got team coverage from around the bi-state. Our Sydney Stallworth and Paul Cook are tracking slick conditions. Alex Fees is also live in St. Charles.
But first, let's send it over to Weather First meteorologist Gary Frank, who is timing out this rain. And you've been doing this all week long, and you pretty much hit it right on the mark.
Yeah, we're working our way toward heavy rain for some of us, just moderate nuisance rain for others. It just depends on where you are. And I think it's going to cause everybody issues, especially as Paul's about to show you here. But right now, let's first start off with what's going on at the moment. We've got some pretty steady rain in the Metro East. It's spread just about everywhere, but we also have a thin band of areas that have already seen 4 to 5 inches of rain. That's where the flash flooding concerns lie. And I want to take you there first because from Gasconade County into Franklin County, you'll see those repeated rounds of very heavy rain, a lot of lightning as well. And also, anytime we get a break, more storms develop in between that. These are spots that have already seen between 4 to 5 inches of rain and have active flash flood warnings from Gasconade County into Franklin County as well. This is until 7:30. This is until 7:45 for Franklin County. I do think that there is more rain behind this as well, despite this break. I'm looking to the north. There's more rain building near Moberly and even further north near Chillicothe. And so for the most part, as we look into the metro, that's where we're seeing probably just more steady, heavy rain that's going to impact your commute. It's going to slow you down. Paul's going to show you that here shortly. So this morning we have heavy rain continues in our western counties. That's where the flooding concerns lie. Now, rain for the rest of us, but not so much flooding concerns, maybe some localized ponding and difficult driving conditions, but we'll be drying out by this afternoon. So starting off with rain for just about everybody, those chances gradually diminish by midday. There's a second round of very heavy rainfall that we'll track for you coming up tonight, and that's where more flooding concerns for more of us, even in the urban areas. We'll talk about that here shortly, but for the most part, speaking of the roadways, Paul, I mean, I'll tell you what, that's where significant things are starting to happen already. Good morning, Paul. How's it going out there?
Good morning, Gary. Yeah, okay, so we do have an incident that has been kind of bogging us down here in Festus, actually a little bit north of Festus. Let me show you kind of more peevely. Yeah, as you can look here, this is 55 at Z. There was a tractor trailer going across 55, and because it's so tricky out there, fell across onto Z. Now, this was an accident with injuries. We're green again here, though, moving right on by, but if you want to avoid, because you can see those emergency vehicles right there, if you want to move right on by, take 61. We're starting to see a lot of yellow out there, which would mean just a compromise speed, not normal speed out there. And then you do have that construction that we talk about quite a bit. This is on 6440 at Ballast, that exit. So obviously we're going to keep an eye on it. It can be treacherous out there as the rain's coming down pretty fast. Okay, let's take a look outside right now. Joe Young is cruising around and checking out the circumstances, monitoring these wet conditions.
Good morning, Paul. I'm on southbound 270 approaching Interstate 44. Rain is coming down steady. It's quite a light show out here. A lot of lightning in the area. There's a little bit of ponding on the highway, but everyone's pretty much cruising at the speed limit, some above it. So give yourself a little extra time if you got to get out in it this morning. But that's a live look at the morning commute. Let's send it back to Rennie and Michelle.
All right, thanks so much, Joe. Please be safe out there. As the rain continues to fall, we are focused on protecting your home and your family.
Our Storm Alert team coverage continues now with our Alex Fees. He is live for us this morning in St. Charles. And Alex, what are you seeing there? And also, how could people start preparing now for that second wave of rain that we're expected tonight?
Rennie, Michelle, good morning. We are live at Frontier Park in St. Charles this morning, where I can report puddles in the parking lot and lightning and thunder overhead. Just a moderate rain at this hour, however. We arrived about 4:20 this morning, and it's been raining ever since. Now, the National Weather Service has some tips on how you can prepare for a flood on your property. They include prepare sandbags for your home, have a professional install check valves in plumbing to prevent rising waters from backing up into your electric circuit breakers, make sure your sump pump is working, and maybe a good idea to have a backup, and purchase flood insurance before the threat. Many flood insurance policies do not take effect until 30 days after the purchase, so keep that in mind. Now, coming up at 6:30, I'll tell you about a community in St. Louis County, Brentwood, that has taken flood mitigation efforts community-wide. That is known as Brentwood Bound and Brentwood Park, and I'll tell you what they're doing there to prevent a repeat of July of 2022. Live this morning in St. Charles County, Alex Fees, 5 on your side.
All right, Alex, stay safe out there, please. We're going to be staying on top of the weather all morning long here on Today in St. Louis, but you can get your Weather First forecast straight to your phone any time of the day. Just text the word weather to 314-425-5355.
Well, new overnight, one person is dead after being struck by a car in North St. Louis. It happened just after 2 o'clock this morning on Natural Bridge near Arlington. This happened before the rain started to fall, so weather does not appear to be an issue there. Police say the vehicle stayed on scene. It is unclear, though, if any charges will be filed at this time. But this comes one day after another pedestrian was hit and killed in the Metro East. We first told you about this incident in East Alton yesterday on Today in St. Louis. Police say George Laughlin was struck by a pickup truck on Illinois Route 140 near South Stanley Road. Police say the driver is cooperating.
As we continue to monitor the threat of heavy rain, rain chances will slowly go down. But I want to show you the big picture of what's going on here at the moment, as we still have a pretty steady diet of rain here at the moment. The heaviest rain has been to our west. There's no doubt about that. That's where flash flooding concerns remain in place, as we have 2 active flash flood warnings from Gasconade County into Franklin County as well, till about 7:45. What we've noticed, though, it is raining just about everywhere, and we're going to continue to see that. But from Kirksville to the north, there's still a little bit of rain that's settling in to those areas that have already seen upwards of 4 or 5 inches of rain. It's not out of the question that we could see another 1 or 2 inches of rain in some of those cases. That's where that active flash flood warning continues. You'll notice the heaviest of rain has a little bit of a break, but it's still actively raining. And there's some ponding on the roadways, water flowing on some of the roads as well. We'll have an update. And of course, Paul will continue to monitor that. But north of Mexico, this is still moving to the south. And as closer as it gets and holds together, we'll still have to monitor that. Otherwise, heavy rain settling in for everybody. This is going to impact you the rest of the morning. As the heavy rain continues, it will dry out by the afternoon, but we'll time out our second round, who's in the new flood watch, and how much more rain we can expect.
Coming up, taking aim at gun violence, how one St. Louis County Council member is focusing on keeping you safe.
And this morning, more indictments for the former president, Donald Trump. We're going to break down the charges and what will happen coming up next.
As we go to break right now, we're going to take a live look down Highway 185 South. This is towards Gerald. And as you can see, the roads appear to be fairly dry there, not too wet, but you do see that lightning off at the distance. Gary is here all morning long, bringing you your updates on the weather, timing out how this rain is going to be hitting us throughout the day and into the evening. And also, Paul's got his eyes on the road to help you get around any incidents out there. Stay with us.